Hi everybody. So I've had a few people ask me specifically what was the operation that I went through, and so I thought I would do a little demo in a very simplified way with some stuff I had about the house on what the very highly skilled surgeons and the rest of the surgical team performed on me on the 8th of January. So this is the digestive tract in a very simplified version. So when you eat, nutritional absorption actually starts to happen in the mouth, already underneath the tongue. So if you hold certain foods in your mouth for a couple of seconds, there's actually absorption of some of those nutrients already happening. That goes down your throat, down your esophagus into your stomach, where it starts to digest and get broken down, and then from your stomach it moves into your small intestine through the back. This is your small intestine, so the food travels through your small intestine. This is where a lot of absorption of nutrients, or not nutrients, the opposite, anti-nutrients, I don't know if that's a word, so a lot of absorption happens in this space. Once it's travelled through the small intestine, it moves into the large intestine, which is the brown socks. And then as it pushes through the large intestine, once it gets to the bottom, it moves into the rectum and the anus, and then it leaves your body as waste product. So it moves from liquid form, and as it moves through this, it starts to solidify and get a little bit more like normal formed poos. So what happened to me was, from a surgical point of view, I had an obstruction around this area here that was 3 centimetres across. So they know that my intestine is about 3 to 3.5 centimetres in width across. Above the blockage, that distance was 6 centimetres. So everything below it was 3 and normal. Then there was the obstruction here, and then there was 6 centimetres. So my large intestine was double the size it would normally be because of the obstruction. Nothing could get past it. And essentially what they did in the operation was, excuse me while I shimmy this around a little bit. So they removed part of my large intestine and the obstruction. So this is approximately 3 centimetres in width. This is kind of the size that they removed from my large intestine. This bit here is an extension, and they removed, believe it or not, like this much of my large intestine, 40 centimetres, plus the obstruction. And what they did was this. So this bit here at the bottom was tied and stapled up, and that's still there, and it's still working, and it's still doing everything that it needs to do. More on that in another video. This bit here, so all the rest of it remains the same. That all got checked. No tumours. The large intestine, although it was distended and puffed up and almost double the size, it hadn't got damaged, thank God. So this bit all got left. And basically the surgeons, in a really simplified version, the colorectal surgeons are like human plumbers sometimes. So they cut this bit out, they cut the 40 centimetres and the obstruction, and they redirected the flow out through here, and I have my stoma, not sure, but I have my stoma in this area here, which I'll show you tomorrow. So everything all the food and the water that I intake still moves through this system as normal, but rather than it moving down through my bum, it just comes out through the front at the moment. And they basically stitch your large intestine through the hole that they've cut in the front of you, and through time the stitches dissolve and that heals like a normal wound, and it ends up knitting together quite nicely on its own. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a bit of fun. Tomorrow I'm going to cover off more about the stoma itself, so this bit here, what does it look like, and some of the kit and how you care for it and stuff like that. So yeah, see you later.